Hi my friends, it's been a while since my oat milk review and today I'm doing another one, and it is on this brand Elmhurst, a product of USA, which are known for their many varieties of nut milk beverages. And today I'm going to be reviewing the unsweetened milked oat, and it's oat beverage for coffee unsweetened creamer. One of the reasons why this really caught my attention is it only has 3 ingredients: filtered water, whole grain oats, and salt. I'm a bit skeptical about oat milk products that contain only 2 ingredients with no additives, because even though there's no sugar added and it's unsweetened, it always turns out to be very sweet. However, for this Elmhurst unsweetened milked oats, there is only 1 gram of sugar in 1 cup of oat milk. So that really piqued my interest. But the reason why it took me years to purchase it is because of its very high price tag. Another product I also picked up is the beverage for coffee unsweetened creamer for coffee. And this is more than 3 ingredients, but I thought this is a great chance. Let's try it out and let's go. Let's take a closer look at the box details. Earlier I mentioned that the unsweetened milked oats has 3 ingredients. The oat creamer has 5, and they are filtered water, gluten-free oats, hemp seeds, dipotassium phosphate, and natural flavors. Notice that both of these products do not contain any oils or gums. Gums affect the mouthfeel of oat milk. Oat milks that do not contain any gums tend to have a cleaner, fresher, and crisper mouthfeel. Because there are no oils, which is a common ingredient in many store-bought oat milks, you'll see that the fat content is on the lower side. I mentioned earlier the unsweetened milked oats has 1 gram of sugar per cup. The unsweetened oat creamer has 0 grams of sugar per tablespoon. For both products, refrigerate and use within 7 to 10 days of opening. The oat milk is closer to the color of cow's milk, whereas the oat creamer is darker and further away from milk white. This is Elmhurst unsweetened milk oats. Okay, no scent, no distinct scent, very neutral. Okay, it's not sweet. There is a very slight hint of sweetness. I would say from a scale of 1 to 10, this would be like a 1 out of 10. You can barely taste the sweetness, but there is something. Consistency-wise, very similar to 2% milk. Maybe slightly lesser than 2% milk, but not as, it's not as thin as skim milk. Mouthfeel is pretty good. It's not super creamy, not super thick, but anyone that tastes this would know it's not cow's milk. There is some very fine, very slight hint of sediment. So it's not like 2% milk, but I am pleasantly surprised. I actually like this. I would rate this a 4 out of 5. And let's try the other one that is for coffee. Taste test. There is an aroma to this, and let's try. Oh, it does not taste like milk at all. It does not taste like cream at all. It does not taste like any cow's product. It seems like it will go pretty well with coffee. So I imagine it says beverage for coffee. They probably designed it to go well with coffee. So we'll find out in a bit. This is the coffee with milked oats, unsweetened. It's very watery. Bear in mind we only put in 5 tablespoons of this. So let's add in a little bit more of this milked oats and see if it makes a difference. It's milkier. It's like adding more of the 2% or skim milk into your coffee. It is milkier, so you have to add a little bit more, but it's not going to taste like adding creamer in your coffee. But it's pretty good. If you like milk in your coffee, this does a good job. This is the Elmhurst beverage for coffee unsweetened. We have 5 tablespoons in there, probably a little bit more than I would put in my coffee, but let's try it. Earlier, when I sniffed the beverage for coffee on its own, there was a little bit of aroma, but it seems to have merged with the coffee scent. So there is something, but it's not distinct. Consistency-wise, it meets the standards of a coffee creamer. As suspected, when you put it in coffee, you cannot taste that sourish, distinct taste that lingers on as an aftertaste. I think it's pretty good. Very different from some of the other oat milks I have reviewed before, but I would say this would be closest to Oat Canada. So not bad for a creamer. Let's do a froth test for milked oats. It doesn't look like it froth. Nope. It looks like milked oats doesn't froth. Let's froth the oat creamer just for kicks. Hey, it does froth. A light foamy froth. This is what it looks like in espresso. So now we know. We have come to the end of this review. I hope it was helpful, and if you do decide to try out any of these products, let me know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.